Okay, so now we head out of Cebu and over to the neighbouring island of Bohol. It's going to be a ferry ride that'll take us approximately 1.5 hours to get there. So our ferry arrives in Tagbilaran City. Bohol is an island that in fact is made up of 75 minor surrounding islands. The main reason I came here was to see the smallest primate on earth, the tarsier. People come to Bohol for a number of reasons. The Chocolate Hills, which we'll see shortly, as well as its limestone formations, and as we mentioned, also the tarsiers. But in addition to that, I went and sunned myself down on Pangalao Island, which is located just southwest of Tagbilaran City.
Madarama mo kaibigan ng problema. Minsan mahihirapan.
So there are many different types of canoes and all kinds of watercraft you'll come across here in the Philippines. This is one of the traditional canoes that they use, a very small bunker with the two sides that allow the boat to keep stability. They use these for fishing, and it's a very historical and old style boat that was used amongst the tribal villages many hundreds of years ago, if not thousands. Let's check out some of the other shipping vessels and other types of watercraft that they have here, shall we? So then, of course, as technology has progressed, we've seen more modern inventions, like of course the outboard motor. So these days a lot of the fishing vessels, of course, are in the more traditional dinghy style boat like we see in Australia, the outboard motor, and the more modern style of fishing lines, as well as the nets that we see in most fishing villages here today. So now finally the boats combine both the traditional and the modern style of boating. So we have these really gigantic bunkers that have a very big balancing system on either side, but also have a really powerful outboard motor in the back. They use these actually transport people between the islands themselves, like you've seen on previous episodes of Jason's Journeys, and these have become probably the most common form of commercial as well as tourist vessels that you'll see here in the Philippines. So here we are with one of our friendly local fishermen, yeah, cleaning out his boat, getting ready to catch some more fish for tonight. You think many fish?
We have a fish here.
Yeah, you have fish? Fish in the boat, not in the water, in the boat. Yeah. So he's about to take the boat back out and see if you can catch some more fish, yeah?
One of the things I've noticed travelling around is the vast contrast between where we foreigners stay in these glitzy resorts compared to how the locals just 1 kilometre away live. Here in Bohol, people live a very simple subsistence lifestyle, living in very rudimentary grass and thatched huts and living off the land, off the fish, off pigs, poultry, and living a more quiet, sedentary lifestyle.
Here we are at the Chocolate Hills here on Bohol. To get there, the best viewing point is all the way up at the top here. So we're going to make our way up the steps and have a look out over the countryside. Apparently there's so many of these chocolate hills that we'll be amazed. So they're a natural form, they're one of the wonders of the world. So let's get up the stairs and get to the top and check out the view of the Chocolate Hills of Bohol, shall we?
The Chocolate Hills in Carmen, Bohol are considered one of the Philippines' natural wonders, and Bohol is often referred to as the jewel of the Philippines. These hills are in fact made of limestone left over from coral reefs during the Ice Age when the whole island was submerged. They turn brown during the summer, hence their name, the Chocolate Hills. There are 4 main rivers that run through Bohol, including the Lobok River. Numerous waterfalls and caves are scattered across the island, which has some beautiful trees, wonderful wildlife, and well, have a look for yourself at how beautiful the landscape is.
We are at the Chocolate Hills. Now this whole area was originally a very shallow sea, and what happened was as the shallow sea sank to the ground, these are actually coral deposits rather than hills. So the coral solidified, grass grew over the coral, and as a result we have 1,268 chocolate hills. Now the reason they're called chocolate, even though they're green, is because during the summer months they go brown, and so they change from this green colour to a beautiful chocolate colour. So at the moment they're the mint hills, but trust me, in summer they become the chocolate hills. Anyway, let's have a look at them, shall we?
As we left the Chocolate Hills, I was told I had to check out the hanging bridges of Bohol, so I thought, why not? Until I got on the bridge.
One of the scariest things, if you ask me, to do when you come here to Bohol is to go across the hanging bridge. It's a suspension bridge made strictly of bamboo. Now, it doesn't feel too sturdy, but I'm assured that it is. So if you see this, and it's my last video, you've seen the last video of Jason Ross. But otherwise, let's continue Jason's journeys and get across the hanging bridge of Bohol. Let's see how safe it is, shall we? So here we are in a jeepney, which is the most common form of transportation here in the Philippines. As you can see, it's a very unusual style of transport, but very cheap, only about 20 cents Australian for a ride. You get an open back view so you can see all the traffic nearby and around you, and it's the best way to experience the Philippines, let me assure you. So make sure when you come here you get the jeepney, okay? Trust me on this.
The trike is commonly used in the Philippines, and down in Bohol they have their own unique twist on it. Have a look at the crazy sidecars.
Only like that tricycle.
You see all kinds of vehicles slapped together in this part of the world, and anyone who's got a welder and a piece of metal seems to fasten together their own car. Coming up after the break, we visit the deep mahogany forests, and my favourite part of the episode, we go and see the world's smallest primate, the little tarsier. You got to stick around for that, trust me.